name is Amy and I'm the nurse today. So today's goal is going to be for you to be able to list 3 good food choices and 3 food restrictions that reflect the diabetic diet by the end of the 3-minute lesson today. So I have a picture chart here of the diabetic diet, and what we're going to do is just kind of go through, look at it, and have an active discussion where you participate as we go along. And then at the end, I will have you list some food examples for me to make sure that you fully understand the lesson, okay? So for fruits and vegetables, what we want is fresh fruits and leafy green items. So that's really good for diabetics. Can you kind of give me some examples of some good fruit and vegetable choices? Yes, exactly. So apples, broccoli, those are very good. And then things we want to avoid are things in high sugar, high fat, high carbs. So things like canned goods and then fruit juice drinks are really high in those things. So can you give me another example of something that you should avoid when it comes to fruits and vegetables? Yeah, exactly. So canned pineapple, want to avoid that. When it comes to dairy, we want low fat. So can you give me some examples of some good dairy items that you think would be appropriate? Yeah, exactly. So like 1% milk, low fat yogurt, those are great choices. When it comes to dairy, some things you want to avoid are going to be whole milk and ice cream, because those things are high in fat and sugar. When it comes to proteins, again, we're always kind of thinking low fats, low sugars, low carbs. So can you think of some examples that would be under a good protein? Yeah, exactly. So grilled chicken, grilled fish, those are really good proteins for you. We want to avoid things like pork and red meat, because those are high in saturated fats. And can you give me an example of a red meat you would want to avoid? Yeah, so steak, cheeseburgers, things like that. Unfortunately, just try to avoid those completely. And then there are good and bad fats when it does come to your diet. So we do want good fats. So things like avocados, nuts, and seeds are all really good fats. They're rich in omega fatty acids. And then there are bad fats. So things that are gonna raise your blood cholesterol levels and are high in sugar. Can you think of something that you would want to avoid when it comes to fats? Yep, so like a bucket of fried chicken, fast food, cookies, cakes, those are all things we want to avoid. So I'm just gonna close the chart now because I want to make sure that you are well equipped to create a healthy diabetic diet at home on your own. So can you list for me 3 good food choices for a diabetic diet? Yes, perfect. So broccoli, grilled fish, and then avocados. Perfect. And then can you list for me 3 food restrictions that you want to avoid? Yes, exactly. So cookies, canned fruit like pineapple, and then steak.